across the floor. Most of the windows glowed inside small viewing alcoves along the balcony, and so the balcony before her was interspersed with pockets of darkened color. Vin didn't stop to study any more of the windows. She'd done quite a bit of that during her first balls at Keepley Cal. This night she had business to attend to. She found her quarry halfway down the east balcony walkway. Lady Cliss was speaking with a group of people, so Vin paused, pretending to study a window. Cliss's group soon broke up. One could generally only take so much of Cliss at a time. The short woman began to walk along the balcony toward Vin. When she drew close, Vin turned as if in surprise.
"Why, Lady Cliss, I haven't seen you all evening."
Cliss turned eagerly, obviously excited by the prospect of another person with whom to gossip.
"Lady Villette," she said, waddling forward, "you missed Lord Cabe's ball last week. Not due to a relapse of your earlier malady, I hope?"
"No," Vin said. "I spent that evening dining with my uncle."
"Oh,"
Cliss said, disappointed. A relapse would have made a better story.
"Well, that's good. I hear you have some interesting news about Lady Trenpedre de Luce," Vin said carefully. "I myself have heard some interesting things lately."
She eyed Cliss, implying that she'd be willing to trade tidbits.
"Oh, that," Cliss said eagerly. "Well, I heard that Trenpedre isn't at all interested in a union with House Aim, though her father is implying that there will be a wedding soon. You know how the Aim sons are, though. Why, Fedrin is an absolute buffoon."
Inwardly, Vin rolled her eyes. Cliss just kept on talking, not even noticing that Vin had something she herself wanted to share.
"Using subtlety on this woman is about as effective as trying to sell bathwater perfumes to a plantation ska." "That is interesting," Vin said, interrupting Cliss. "Perhaps Trenpedre's hesitance comes because of House Aim's connection to House Hastings."
Cliss paused.
"Why would that be?" "Well, we all know what House Hastings is planning." "We do?" Cliss asked.
Vin pretended to look embarrassed.
"Oh, perhaps that isn't known yet. Please, Lady Cliss, forget that I said anything." "Forget?" Cliss said. "Why, it's already forgotten. But come now, you can't just stop. What do you mean?" "I shouldn't say," Vin said. "It's just something I overheard my uncle talking about." "Your uncle?" Cliss asked, growing more eager. "What did he say? You know that you can trust me." "Well," Vin said, "he said that House Hastings was relocating a lot of resources back to its plantations in the southern dominance. My uncle was quite happy. Hastings has withdrawn from some of its contracts, and my uncle was hoping to get them instead." "Relocating," Cliss said. "Why, they wouldn't do that unless they were planning to withdraw from the city." "Could you blame them?" Vin asked quietly. "I mean, who wants to risk what happened to House Tikiel?" "Who indeed?" Cliss said. She was practically shaking with eagerness to go share the news. "Anyway, please, this is obviously only hearsay," Vin said. "You probably shouldn't tell anyone about it." "Of course," Cliss said. Excuse me, I need to go refresh myself." "Of course," Vin said, watching the woman zip away toward the balcony stairs.
Vin smiled. House Hastings was making no such preparations, of course. Hastings was one of the strongest families in the city and wouldn't likely withdraw. However, Dockson was back at the shop forging documents which, when delivered to the right places, would imply that Hastings was planning to do what Vin had said. If all went well, the entire city would soon expect a Hastings withdrawal. Their allies would plan for it and might even begin to withdraw themselves. People seeking to buy weapons would instead look other places, fearing that Hastings wouldn't be able to make good on contracts once it left. When Hastings didn't withdraw, it would make them look indecisive. Their allies gone, their income weakened, they could very well be the next house to fall. House Hastings, however, was one of the easy ones to work against. It had a reputation for extreme subterfuge, and people would believe that it was planning a secret retreat. In addition, Hastings was a strong mercantile house, meaning it depended a great deal upon its contracts to survive.